Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Fit Experience presented by The Fitness Connection. I'm your host, Anwar Smith, aka The Black Swan. That's THABLACKSWAAN. I am super excited this week for this episode because, guys, I told you about my fitness journey. I told you it started at home, but I didn't tell you guys because I was waiting for this date that it started at home with Bowflex Barbie Fitness. So let's just say hey to Dekel first of all. I'm with Dekel Quant from Bowflex Barbie Fitness. It's been exciting going through her workouts on YouTube. I've been to a couple of the step classes that you hosted with Coach Clee. So it's exciting to have you here. Thanks for being here. All right, so before we get started, let's tell us a little about yourself. Tell us about your fitness start, your background, just stuff that the people need to know.
Sure. So I've been part-time into fitness since 2012. I started my own personal fitness journey in 2008. I've been full-time in the industry since 2017, which is when I moved to Nassau. Fitness for me started out after I lost my mom to breast cancer. My brother, who's the owner of the Fitness Connection, Jamaica, he kept encouraging my dad to join him in the gym. He was home from college break, and my dad then also told me I might as well come too. And so literally that's when it started D'Amico was always in the gym. At least at that point, he was already in the gym, already, doing his workouts or whatever. And for me and my dad, that was the starting point of our fitness journeys from then straight until now. So we've been, working at it ever since, and that evolved into me helping other people and the brand of Bowflex Barbie.
Wow, and we love that brand so much. So, what I want to ask this question, we're moving on, we're going to take it in phases. So I'm going to start off, that's how you got started. How was Bowflex Barbie, the business and everything before COVID? Because COVID happened, that has changed fitness a lot. Gyms and trainers had a little fall back down, but people got back into fitness so much more afterwards. How was it before? Tell me about the transition with COVID, and then tell me about how it turned out afterwards for you.
Pre-COVID, I would definitely say the biggest difference for the business model has been pre-COVID, there was a lot more in person. So we had the group trainings, we had the personal training sessions, a lot more hands-on, a lot more in person. Of course, COVID came and kind of nipped that right away. But what me and my team did was we were ready to go pretty much online right away. And so even up until that point, I already had online programs in place, but it was a matter of now making all the programming that was already or was previously in person, allowing those platforms to become virtual. So all the personal training, we then took to Zoom, all the group training, we then took to Zoom, and still made it seem like or feel like an actual live class. As much as possible.
All right, so also tell me about, I should have asked this earlier, tell me about the services that you offer.
Sure, so right now we do personal training and online coaching, as well as nutrition planning and nutrition coaching. I also do monthly online challenges through my app. And that's also been a really big hit since COVID. We've been doing that since January of 2019, actually. So a little while before COVID, but I think during COVID it definitely kicked off, but also the merchandise. That was actually a enlarged COVID project. So that was a lane that opened up, I think, mainly because of COVID. People being stuck at home, wanting stuff they could use at home.
All right, so next question I had is there a style of fitness or training that you do? I spoke with some people, they do functional training, some people do strength training. Is there a particular style that you focus in on?
Yeah, so as a bodybuilder, I'm a little bit biased towards strength training and just training for aesthetics. But I do think that I incorporate a little bit of every style of training. I do some functional, I do some circuit, I do some cardio-based training as well, just because I think that it's good to be well-rounded, especially if you're someone, and most people that come to me as just lifestyle clients, they're looking for longevity in fitness. So they want to look good, they want to feel good, but they also want to not have joint pain or bad back. So it is important to have that balance for sure, but I do lean mostly towards strength training. That's just my wheelhouse.
All right, so now to get into some more personal questions from me. I was doing your YouTube videos. I think I did almost all of them from start to finish. I the ones that stood out to me was the HIIT, the HIIT. I'm gonna put it up and tell you what it is, high intensity interval training. That was exciting for me. What was exciting doing it for me was not only were you participating with it, I'm like, yeah, she going hard, I gotta go hard. By the end of the video, she breathing hard, I gotta be breathing hard. And it was just enough motivation with some videos I watched. And let me tell you how I got into you, because I started watching some other videos first, because you know, Bowflex Barbie sound like a female thing, and we gonna get into that too. But I decided, hey, I work inside the field with the Nesbitt crew, Miss Quant. Let me start checking out some of her videos. And when I started doing it, hella, I wouldn't say hard, it was very, very intense. And like I said, the motivating factor was she's doing it with me, and I could see that I can gauge myself on her, like, okay, she going a little bit slower now. I mean, it's just really hard. I should be feeling this, and it ain't me. So that's what I like about it. What made you want to do videos? Because I think you had those up before COVID, right?
I actually started them January of 2020, yeah.
Okay, a little bit before COVID. So what made you want to do that?
So that was just another layer of the brand that I had been talking about for a long time. And I was telling Nathan, I was like, I really want to do it. And he thought it was a great idea. So we actually started filming the first series in like October of 2019. So the first 6 videos, first 6 weeks of content were already done before the launch in January 2020. But it really was just adding another layer of resources to the brand. And then a big thing for me was, as I released the products, at that point it was just the mini bands. I said I want to be able to show people how to use them in a really effective way, not just the user guide, which is great, but actually have this tangible thing they can turn on and actually do with me using the Bowflex Barbie products. And so that was the I guess the drive behind it. And then, like I said, just giving people additional resources, additional ways to join my community.
All right, so I want to talk with some of those products, because I got me a pair of everything. I wanted to feel everything out, because like I said, once I got into the workouts online, it was so exciting, and I wanted to follow on. I wanted to try some new things. And I needed the merch. So the first thing I got was the power band. I think I was like, again, as a male, I was trying to get more of the chest muscle, back muscle. So I love the power band. Tell them about the power band.
Yeah, so the power band it comes in a 13 millimeter and 22 millimeter, different strengths depending on where you are. And yeah, it's a long resistance band. One of the things that I looked for whenever I decided on creating a product was just the versatility of it. So the power band is definitely one of those things you can use for lower body, upper body, cardio. You can add it into your weighted movements in the gym too. So I wanted it to be versatile enough to transition from, people working out at home or people wanting to take them in to the gym. We would use them for assisted pull-ups. Yeah, it's very super versatile.
And then another product that I'd say probably is the best seller in my region, where I work with Fitness Connection in my region. I'd say probably the what's the mini bands. The mini bands.
Yeah, those are my babies. They're my first product. I put everything into those. A lot of love. But I just think because they're again super versatile, and you can do so much with them. Lower body, upper body, you can add them into cardio, add them into weighted movements. They come in 4 different strengths. And easy to travel with too. That's another thing I think people like about them. They can pack them up and take them with them on trips to the gym.
Let me ask you this question: why is it that I see that everybody could use these mini bands, correct? But why I see women always trying to run and get these mini bands? What is special about these mini bands that women really want? I really asking for her out there who listening.
I think women love them mine because they're pink.
Naturally.
And they are, they're an essential tool in training your glutes and glute activation. So we see them a lot when people want to work their booty. So I think that was the big draw to them. Especially now with social media, when you see them on social media now, they're almost always being used for leg day.
Definitely.
So I think that was a big draw. Because of course, almost every woman, if not all women, want.
Okay, so I want to save the step board for last. But let's talk about that restrictive, I don't want to say it wrong. What's that new one you brought in?
BFR.
The BFR. Go ahead, tell us about that.
Yeah, so that's the newest product, the BFR bands. And just like it sounds, well, not just like it sounds, but the BFR stands for blood flow restriction. And the science behind it is it allows you to reduce the flow of blood to a specific muscle. So for women, and the ones that I brought out, I've created them mostly for legs and glutes again. And what it does is it slows the blood flow to those areas so that you're able to increase the rate of muscular endurance, muscle size, muscle strength without having to go super heavy. So it gives you the effects of lifting heavy without actually having to. So it's kind of like cheating the system.
Okay, I didn't know this. I'm glad I asked. I'm gonna sell the product a little bit better now.
It's made for people that actually are injured, that can't go heavy and can't, do a whole lot of strain on their muscles, but it gives them those same benefits of increasing their strength, increasing muscle size, increasing muscle endurance without having to actually go beast mode.
But anybody could use this, even if you wasn't, okay.
Yeah, so a lot of the guys use them as well. Of course, they're pain. So guys may not be too drawn to them, but guys use them as well for upper body. They're training biceps, triceps, they'll strap them on and reduce the blood flow to those areas.
Now, you do have one product I am kind of scared of. That's slider.
A lot of people are scared.
Them sliders, and I'm like, yo, I don't. Do you have any videos on YouTube with the sliders as of yet? I need to go check. I may get the sliders. I say I'm scared of those. So tell us about that.
On there. So the sliders, like I said, they're a little bit difficult. I think people in their minds have them for only core, when in reality, they're, again, you can do lower body, upper body, and you can go at your own pace with them, just like anything else. You don't have to pick super hard movements. But what's great about them, they are a great low impact tool for people that can't jump and can't do a whole lot of high impact stuff, because especially when you're looking at lower body movements, your feet never leave the ground when you're using the sliders, and so there's no impact on the joints, impact on the knees, but it does really challenge your core. Even when you're doing upper body, lower body, the balance and stability you need on them does challenge you to engage your core.
Guys, I'm gonna stop being scary. I'm gonna check those out. So now, the big one I want to talk about is that step board. I had the opportunity of participating in 2 of your step classes, so in connection with Coach Clee. I spoke to her about the step aspect of the classes, but let me get you a little perspective on that. How were the step classes of it, with the music and while Coach Clee was instructing? I saw you going hard. I see you had a couple little slips, but you was going hard with it. Tell us about that experience.
Step aerobics is something, it's not my wheelhouse. It's not something that I teach. So I definitely wanted to collaborate with Coach Clee on those classes. Just to launch the board again, get people purchasing it. One of the things is you remember, in order to come to the class, it's free, but you had to have
the board. Yes.
So that's just another way to get people, purchasing the board, getting them learning stuff they could do with the board. And then shortly after that, we released the YouTube series. With Coach Clee again, we released, I think it was a 3-video series with about 20 to 30 minute step board workouts. But I really enjoy it. It's a different way to get your cardio in, a lot more fun, especially if you have a good playlist. And she has a pretty good playlist. So yeah, it's fun.
Now, tell all of us about your exercises after, when we did the step classes with Coach Clee. That was it. We was all tired. We thought it was over, at least when I was there for the first class. Then Miss Quant was like, hey, we got another round of my session now. So tell us about your session.
So again, it was a collaboration, and so the plan was always to split the class half and half. Even classes before that I've done with the different bands and with the sliders, we've always done half and half. So the first pop-up was like a mini band and power band. The second one was mini band and sliders. So we've always tried to switch it up a bit with the pop-ups. And so yeah, just coming in with my specialty, my circuit training, superset style training, just to kind of burn it up, finish it up.
Okay. Hey guys, and if you want to find these things, I know we keep talking about it. We ain't tell you where to look for it for. I'm gonna talk about it on the screen, but check out YouTube at
Bowflex Barbie Fit TV.
Bowflex Barbie Fit TV. All right, so you have another thing coming up in August, Bahamas Fit Fest.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited about that. Please tell us about that as well.
Sure. So Bahamas Fit Fest is the brainchild of my husband and I. We've been talking about it for a long time, doing something similar to it. Originally wanted to do a cruise, but of course COVID kind of threw a wrench in that. But the concept of Bahamas Fit Fest really is a weekend of fitness and fun in paradise. So we're encouraging both locals and international guests to come and enjoy. We're going to have it at Cruises Resort, which is all inclusive. And so once you purchase your package or a day pass, that includes access to all the events on the weekend for the Fit Fest. And so we're bringing in an international instructor from Dallas, Texas, Nikki Robinson. She's got a huge following, amazing instructor. and fitness enthusiasts. We've also got 3 local instructors teaching a different variety of classes. We're going to have a meet and greet on Friday where everyone gets to meet all the instructors, kind of socialize. All the classes and events are on Saturday, along with a party, and then Sunday is sunrise yoga, and then just kind of chilling. So it's a good mix of fitness and fun. Everything's included in the package, like I said. So once you purchase your package, you have to worry about nothing else. You just show up and enjoy, or if you just want to attend the Saturday classes and have breakfast, lunch, and enjoy the day on Saturday, we also have a day pass option on Saturday.
Now, will there be a online option for anybody like that?
We thought about it, but because we are actually having it recorded to air on a network or a couple networks, we've decided not to do a virtual ticket. I want you to come. All right,
so guys, you got to be out there. This is going to be out before that, so this is your opportunity to go get your ticket right now.
BahamasFitFest.com is the website to secure your spot.
Now I got the big question for you. Bowflex Barbie, everything pink. Do you not want men to be a part of this?
Honestly, I work with men. Men are not my target audience.
Okay, but can men get, obviously I'm an example of that, but can men get a good benefit from participating with Bowflex Barbie?
Fitness is for everyone. Everyone needs total body workouts. Bowflex Barbie is my name, which extended to name of my brand. But like I said, it's just that's my woman and is my target demographic. That's my ideal client. Not saying that I can be like, oh no, you do it, don't train with me. Like I said, I do work with men in the personal training setting and the online coaching setting. But yeah, I'm just speaking to my people.
That's keeping it real. Can't be mad at that. You got to keep it real.
Everybody has target, and that's my target.
All right. So one of the most exciting things I saw from you, outside the realm, we work Fitness Connection. We have a little relationship through the business. But I saw you did something with Cardi B. It was making rounds all over the place. And when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know who this person is. I didn't know it was the Bahamas. But I was like, what's that training with Cardi B? And I read, oh no, that's some Quant. That's Dekel Quant. Tell us about that experience. Thank you for being an ambassador like that in the Bahamas. I feel like that was making the rounds all over. People were excited to say, hey, that's one of our trainers. So tell us about that.
It was definitely a crazy. It was so crazy. I came back. I got an email from I found out was her manager a couple days before I traveled in March, and the email just kind of is very vague, like, hey, I have a client coming in, she needs training every day, are you available? And gave me the dates. And so of course I'm like, the first thing I do is search up this guy, like, who is this guy? And I looked him up, and he had some pretty, I looked him up on LinkedIn, he had some pretty strong names that he supposedly managed, like Drake, Cardi B. So I said, okay, he seems legit. I responded to him. I was getting ready to travel, like I said. So I told him, I'm traveling, but I'm back on this date. We can do from this date to your final day. And he said, okay, perfect. Let's set it up. And so long story short, I went back and forth. They were staying at Albany. And so there was some back and forth of trying to get into the gym at Albany, because I actually used to be a contract instructor there. So I tried to leverage that relationship. Long story short, they were like, oh no, unless you're trying to come back and work here, we can't let you use the gym. So I said, okay, cool. Went back to the manager. I was like, okay, this is what it is. I'll have to come to your unit. He was like, oh, that's perfect. I told him I'll bring my stuff and we'll make it happen. And so I didn't officially know. I knew that it was her, but I didn't officially know until I got there. And I had to sign the paperwork and stuff. And yeah, it was awesome. I think it ended up working out really well, because I was able to then take all my beautiful Bowflex Barbie merch and train her with it. I was able to give her a little package at the end of the 2 weeks with all the bands and stuff that she could take back to New York and to LA. And yeah, it was a great experience. She's very, I wouldn't want to say different, but she's very laid back. I wasn't expecting her to be as laid back as she was. Just because, you see her on TV, on social media, she's very out there, yeah, but she actually was very quiet into herself until maybe the third or fourth day. She kind of started opening up a bit more. Yeah, I guess it's normal when you meet somebody new, but it was a really great experience. I think what was interesting to me too was her manager. Actually, I asked him, I said, how'd you find me? I just got a random email one afternoon, and he said, well, he was actually on social media because he had already booked trainers through Albany for her, a trainer through Albany for her. and I guess they sent him her social media page. And he said he went on her page, and Instagram suggests people for you to follow. He said he's on her page, and my page pops up in like the people you should follow or similar accounts or whatever. And he said, so he clicked my page, he showed it to her, and she was like, yeah, let's do it. So,
No, we gotta say this. This outside of fitness, this is how hard work pays off. She talked about her dream from 2012, hard work pay off. Well, you done booked someone else, but you see an advertisement and the work looks so good. I want that now. Finished off, I'm sorry.
You're right, just the online presence, like you said, like I've been, especially in the last 2 years, super intentional about being consistent with my content and being intentional about my content, not just, throwing stuff out there just for throwing it out there sake. And so I think that definitely played a big part in all of that coming around full circle. And then obviously showing up and actually being a quality instructor and giving her a good experience was good. You guys saw I was able to get a couple photos, a couple videos. I didn't want to be, that person.
Right.
But of course, I couldn't let 2 weeks go by.
And I will say, I was so proud. I felt like, man, I work with Bowflex Barbie too. I was posting all the videos. I started advertising some things too. Like, yeah, we got it at the store. So that was exciting for me. So I just want to thank you for being that ambassador for the Bahamas. And that shows you hard work pays off, guys. It's hard work. Now, the last thing, I don't want to keep you too long. The last thing I want to say is, there's a person out there who's watching this video right now. They want to get into fitness. They said, man, they know Anwar from back in the day, and Anwar used to be this. And Anwar always accredits Mrs. Quant's Bowflex Barbie videos for the way that got him started and kept him going. Encourage that person right now. Tell them how. Give them some encouragement to say, hey, it might be the home videos. They might need to call you. But give them some encouragement to say, let's get started.
Okay. So wherever you are in your journey, it's never a wrong time, a bad time, too late, too early to start. And it's okay to start wherever you are. Like Anwar said, if that is at home, if that is walking, if that is just cleaning up your nutrition, finding some supplements to help you just get started, getting the right information, getting the right people in your corner, it's never a bad time or a wrong time to start. I mean, it's cliche as it sounds, just get started. Like you're not gonna make progress, you're not gonna make strides unless you make the decision to start. And just know that you're worth it. Like what you want out of life, what you want out of your health, and the quality of life that you want, you deserve it, you are worth it, and it starts with this. You can't achieve anything else if you don't have a proper vessel to achieve it. And so that starts with your health, that starts with your, just being and becoming the best version of you in all areas. That includes your health, that includes your fitness. And so just take the time. If you don't got the money, take the time at first. If you got the money, invest the money as well. Like I said, if you don't put that money in up front and taking care of your body and preventing those bad things from happening, then you're going to pay for it later in ways that I'm sure you don't want to. So that's my advice. That's my 2 cents.
We appreciate that. And now I feel like I'm going to show these people some videos of this nice step-up, pop-up classes. And I'm going to show them to it, but they're going to know like when you're doing them again. How often do you do stuff like that, pop-up events?
So the goal has been once a month. I think this June has been the only month just because of scheduling with the club and events happening. We haven't been able to do anything for June, so the next one is scheduled to be July. So yeah, we're hoping once a month, at least for the rest of the year.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Dekel Quant, I just want to thank you for being here with us. I want to thank you for putting them videos on YouTube because that's really got me a long way. I get me some looks and some winks now too, so I feel good about that. So it's just been exciting being a part of that. It's been exciting being a part of Fitness Connection and just pushing your products. And every couple of months, it's just a new product, something new. So it's always something exciting going on with Bowflex Barbie. So again, thank you for just doing all of that. So guys, that is a fit experience presented by the Fitness Connection. Again, I'm here with Dekel Quant. My name is Anwar Smith, aka the Black Swan. That's THABLACKSWAAN. Until next time, guys, be easy.